All right, welcome to the Nick and Zac Show. I'm your host, Nick, and I believe with us today, Zac is here. There he is. There
Yes, I am here.
he
And
is.
I've been on time this whole time.
Yeah. Trying to make schedules work around this and create a show. Hopefully, everyone enjoys watching us be our wonderful, idiotic selves.
Wow, you really suck at openings. This is
Oh, I
what
really
happens when
do.
you never show up to a show or at the beginning of a show.
Right.
Absolutely worthless. I am sadly disappointed. Well, I guess sad for me, sad for our audience that we're disappointed in your ability
Open the
to
show.
open a show at all.
It started off fine, and it just the whole second half of that intro was fine.
All right, and we're live. I'm your co-host Zach. With us today, we have Nick, who kind of phoned this one in freaking more ways than one.
Well,
Trying to come to you with more content because, well, I mean, if we don't give you anything, you're not going to watch or pay any attention to us whatsoever. So, uh, which I can't blame you. We're probably a waste of your time, anyways. See, I mean, he's over there screwing with his phone. He's doing all this
right.
100 other things. Oh, you've only got me till 9 o'clock, but don't worry, I'll come in at freaking 8:52.
Yeah, and I can't help it when family members give me a phone call at 8:20, and I'm trying to get off the phone, but it happens.
I don't know. I handed the phone to my daughter, and she hung up on Grandma, no problem. So I don't know what your problem is.
It's just me, just me. Yeah,
Well, we
I
know
have a
you're
hard
the
time hanging up
problem.
on my
That's
mom.
besides
I
the
have a
point.
hard time hanging up on my mom.
I've never had a problem hanging up on my mother. I just do it politely. I
That's the
let her
first
know.
time.
I always say goodbye. I don't just hang up on people. I think it's rude. I cannot stand just straight hanging up. I say, "Hey, I've got to go do something," and generally cuts the conversation off. Usually,
Yeah.
my mom doesn't want to talk to me half the time anyway, so it's fine.
See, you don't have that. My mom always wants to talk to me because I hardly ever talk. So when my mom does call, I have to talk. You
Well,
know.
not
Plus,
really.
plus we're trying to make arrangements for some personal family issues that are going on. So.
It's called stay at home. You don't have to worry about family issues during stay at home.
Listen, there are some things that you just have to kind of take care of. Doesn't matter if you're stuck at home or have to stay at home under order. Sometimes you just got to take care of family.
Yeah, you haven't gone to Michigan lately either, have you?
Why
You
would
got
I? I
to
don't have family there. Nor
that
does
you
my
know of.
nor will my job ever will take me there.
That
Well,
you
and if
know
I
of.
have family there, I don't know.
You still couldn't go do anything, so you're fine. I
Yeah.
have we picked on the stupidity of freaking Governor Gretchen, up here.
I mean, that's debatable. It really is debatable. I mean, it's you definitely see the one upper, and Mike DeWine just did come out with all schools are going to be closed till
We
till
already knew all the schools were going to be closed
yeah,
for the rest of the year. All he did was he was smart and said, "Look, we're already going to do this. We know what's
till
going to
winter
happen. The contingency is the schools still have to figure out how to finish out the year and contingency plan for
next
fall."
year, right? And so now all we got to do is just wait on Michigan's Governor Gretchen to come up with her next one upper. You know, so it should be fun. This could be interesting in the next few days how that plays out.
Yeah, she's going to cancel school for next year too.
Right. Yeah. Oh, schools completely canceled all throughout the year. It's all
Yeah,
distance.
just for Michigan. Just for Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All Michigan schools. So, I mean, isn't Pennsylvania protesting some of the lockdown stuff too now?
Every state is protesting the lockdown right now.
I mean, I get it. It is kind of it has had a huge impact across the entire United States, the economy.
Yeah, but people are doing underground everything now in trade. They're like, oh, hey, you can have this many people, you can have that many people. Almost had one more in here to jump in, But would love to join you sometime. Are you able to give me a little more heads up? We can try.
I mean,
We
it's definitely a
can
sporadic.
try.
Is that under our live comments right now?
No. This is a personal, private conversation.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would bring a liberal perspective and everything else. So,
Ooh, that could be interesting.
yeah. So let me respond to that real quick.
I mean, we definitely don't discriminate, but they have to have some sort of thick skin too. You know what I mean?
I would say he has some thick skin.
Okay.
I mean, if you express your opinion and whatnot on online, I would say
that doesn't necessarily mean they have a thick skin. And I'm not talking about this. I don't know who it is, so I'm not sure. Just so
somebody
they
you
don't
don't
take
know
it
actually
personally.
makes it easier.
Okay. So that being said, I was like, just because you post your opinions or ideas online doesn't necessarily mean you have a thick skin in a lot of ways, because you will be berated no matter what online, no matter what you say, whether it's what you believe in or trying to stir the pot, as we occasionally do. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have thick skin, because some people get extremely butthurt over it. And I mean,
Right. No. Yeah. There's some people that'll.
It has led to people literally screaming in the middle of the street as like a form of protest, and messy.
Right.
Fucking messy, man.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's if I don't want to turn into the way other shows have been in the past, where people just they destroy the show. I mean, it's good humor, but I mean, you don't want to be attached to half the things people say. Then you run into the issue. Other people, you look and you're like, oh, okay, so you express that opinion, but can you back it up? Like, I have no problem discussing your opinion, but back it up with something to make it a substantial conversation, not just my opinion versus your opinion thing.
Like, we even do that on the show. I mean, we both have our own differing opinions on things, and
like your hat. I still, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, you always hate my hat. It doesn't matter what hat it is. It's just
I do.
I hate Nick's hat. Hashtag I hate Nick's hat.
I do hate your hat.
Actually, let me change the lighting a little bit so you can see a little better.
Your hat is in no way up to par. No way up to par with my hat. I mean,
yeah. You got the flat bill. Is that Hello Kitty?
No. I got my Joker. Yeah, I found out exactly what flat bill hats are for, though. God, I'd never wear fucking
stacking on top of each other, right?
No, they're for setting on shelves. Oh. So you have your collectible. I mean, this came from my back when they were doing DC Legion of Collectors, and I mean it. So they set really well decoratively. That's the only reason I still have a sticker. I mean, there's no tags for it. I mean, but other than DC Comics tag on the back.
Well,
the only legit reason that I kept the tag is because it's got the exclusive Legion of Collectors sticker on it. So, yeah. Otherwise, I don't wear flat bill hat. I think this is the only flat bill hat I've ever owned. And if it wasn't like the fact that it kind of has a collector's status, more for like my shelf, I would just sit here and just start rolling the hell out of this flat bill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't understand the concept. The only people I've seen that wear flat bills well, that are, I mean, the only white people I see wear flat bills well are the heavier set ones, because they've got the bigger head and everything, and it actually looks better than completely crimped up hat.
Yeah.
Like, no, just
I can't do those flat bills.
Otherwise, cultural appropriation. I mean, that's, and I really any other time would say that's a crock and everything else. But no, out of all seriousness, there's certain weight styles of dress just look dumb on people.
Yeah, that they do.
I know you're about to ditch out of this show, and you're literally like 10 minutes in.
I know. It's fucking the worst thing ever.
You did it yourself.
I sort of.
You did it yourself. The show is going to hell slowly already in
Well,
10
slowly
minutes.
going to hell.
10 minutes
Slowly
it's
going to
already.
hell. When I mean, we both work full-time jobs. It just so happens that like my full-time job is at the time when you're available for the show. Because we can't do it when I'm available for the show because that's like in the middle of the fucking day.
Well, I mean, we could tomorrow.
Yeah,
What
that
time do
would
you
be
get off? You'll be off work at like what, 8 o'clock in the morning?
yeah around that.
Shit, I'll be
Well,
up at.
actually, I get off at 7.
Right. But I mean, that gives you time to get
Usually,
home, get some coffee, whatever.
yeah. I
Um,
usually get home about 7:30 ish,
right,
give or
right.
take.
I mean, we nothing says we can't do one in the morning. I'll be up. The rest of my house still be, you know, meandering around. School's not in session, so we don't have to worry about the kids waking up for school. I mean, we have school because the internet
Well,
school.
yeah, we don't have physical school to go
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Physical
Called freaking ABC Mouse. I mean,
I mean,
we
how does that work? Like, I mean, you're using it with your
my
little one,
daughter.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The ABC Mouse thing. I mean, we use it, but I mean, she's young enough that it doesn't really matter. I mean, you just let them learn as they go. I mean,
Okay.
now they want them to know freaking geometry by the time they're in kindergarten. So I guess it's a understanding concept.
All right.
Yeah, I mean they want them. Out of all seriousness, they want them counting to like 20. They want them freaking knowing their whole ABCs, counting to 100, freaking way sooner than.
Than we were ever expected to.
Yeah. I mean, by like first grade, you got to be doing stuff that we would have been like. They want you to know your ABCs by kindergarten,
Mm.
not in kindergarten, to get into kindergarten, from what I'm
Uh,
understanding. And I learned my ABCs in kindergarten with the letter
yeah,
people. The letter people.
yeah, I remember the letter people, but I kind of learned my ABCs like just before.
Yeah, but you didn't understand the difference. You just knew how
Yeah,
to go A through Z.
that's true.
You
You
didn't have
weren't
most
expected to
wrong.
understand all the
Yeah,
different sounds and the.
right. Then you start learning the letter people, and it goes from there. We learned cursive in second grade, though. So I mean, and now they don't
That is
learn cursive ever.
well, that's not true. My daughter actually
Private
started learning
schools.
cursive 2 grades ago in 3rd grade. So
Oh, okay, fine. Well, I'll give credit, but isn't that
I
more
mean,
of
but that's a state by state thing, really.
a right? Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, but it's a mess. It's a freaking wreck.
yeah.
I mean, I guess we teased the audience with a 13-minute show. I mean,
I mean,
I can keep going, and I can look like I'm talking to the wall and pretend I'm not, like, if we had,
yeah,
it would be so much easier.
like this.
So much easier if like we had live chat going, like people actually chatting in the live stream. I could see that and I could respond to people. But if nobody's chatting, I can't, the whole two people watching, I can't,
Right.
do anything. And, that they're, who knows whether, I mean, this thing could misreport to us or something too. So I don't know.
It could be.
So, I mean, it is what it is. We the first Nick and Zac show with just Nick and Zac. I mean, I guess in a
This is
long time.
it is. But
I
I
will.
don't have like I unfortunately I have responsibilities I have to actually start getting ready for.
Well, no, it's called like getting paid and paying your bills. Essential. You're
Yeah.
essential. All right. And by that they mean you're the sacrificial lamb. And your life is less important than it. No, I mean, out of all seriousness though.
Oh yeah,
Go take the risk for the rest of it.
pretty much. No.
Yeah, I deal with it all the time too. I just know we're still doing like rotating, alternating days off thing, and it
That sounds like a shitty schedule. So you're like a swing days off or something like that?
I'm they tell me today that they don't have that tomorrow's my day off.
Oh.
I
And then
literally get an hour's notice before I'm done for the day to know whether or not tomorrow's a day I'm not working. If it goes down to 3 days a week, dude, it's gonna be hell.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not going to be pleasant.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad, unfortunate that like my schedule doesn't really falter in that aspect of it, But
mine shouldn't have, but it did. The big thing is a lot of these companies, if they took the now emptied out paycheck protection program, the PPP,
yeah,
which apparently ran out of funds already. If they took the PPP, they get the joy of not putting you on unemployment, so they can't lay you off. And
wow.
so one of the nice little apparent loopholes is to look and go, how is it? We have other work you can do. I'm not scrubbing freaking asphalt. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not sweeping a concrete pad outside that's going to get covered in dirt within 5 minutes.
Oh, it sounds just like the Army all over again, doesn't it?
My comment was that have you ever seen somebody sweep sunlight? Surprisingly, it takes you from dawn to dusk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
have you seen anyone sweep the rain?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's always a chance that I end up not being left with a choice. But as long as I have a choice, I physically can't be doing that stuff every day,
Yeah.
or even one day a week. I'll feel it for the next week.
I don't have a choice anymore. Like I have to be almost as physical as I was back then. So
well, I mean, there's a within reason though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're talking 8 hours straight of manual labor, like straight up manual labor. I'm not in the shape that I was. My job doesn't require me to be in the shape that would be required. On top of the fact that I've got shoulder and freaking blood pressure issues. I mean, it just knee, back, all that. I mean, we can ignore that. Just my shoulder currently, I keep getting water pockets on it. All right, water pockets. Yeah, okay, we'll go with it. But water pockets and the blood pressure that I've just got to watch. So I'm good.
I mean,
as stuck up and pretentious as it might sound, that's not what my job. What do they call it?
And that's different. Where I have to go into work, when I go into work, I have to plan for getting into a fight at any time throughout 8 hours, and that fight could last a minute. That fight could last 15.
Oh no, you're looking at this wrong. It could last a minute or the rest of your life, minute and a half.
Right. So that's I run the risk of fighting for my life, but we all do it.
I go to Detroit. I mean, come on, where's the difference?
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, it's definitely it keeps this whole thing interesting. But I mean, we've dropped down to 1 viewer, so I mean, we already chased one off. So I guess we're doing pretty good. But like our videos, it helps with the algorithm. Please subscribe. We could always use more subscribers than 5. Leave your comments down below. We'll respond to comments for as long as there's few enough comments we can respond to. If we ever get too many comments, then we can't. I mean, we won't be able to keep up with it. Take no responsibility for stupid stuff written by other people, though.
Right. We should do a comment show one day.
Yeah, first we have to have comments.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, first we have to have comments. I'm excited by a like. What are you talking about? A comment would be I'd have a heart attack. Speak of cardiac issues, but yeah. So subscribe, share us with your friends. Share it on Facebook. Maybe some of our hosts might start sharing the videos on Facebook as well, at least on their personal page. That would probably get our name out there with at least more than just the few people I know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I'll definitely post it up. So this will be on our show page, and then we'll also have it on your page, and then I will post it up. It might take me a day or so because I am getting ready to go in.
Right. Well, I mean, or immediately after this stream, because it takes 2 seconds. Go to our page and share. Just go share as yourself to your own friends.
Right.
So, but I'm your co-host. I'm your co-host, Zach.
As it calls me out because I don't know how to fucking do this thing.
Well, no, I was gonna say I was gonna let you close yourself out. I'm your co-host, Zach, and then you'd be like, I'm your host,
As
Nick.
your host, Nick.
Oh,
I'm your host, Nick, and this is the Nick and Zac Show. So, till next time, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and
ring that bell for notifications of when we're live. Yeah. If you actually care. So, you guys have a good night.
Yep, and join us next time.